The spring of 2025 was meant to be a season of renewal and hope in the Kashmir Valley, a time when the breathtaking beauty of Pahalgam would welcome tourists from across the nation and the world. Instead, on April 22nd, this picturesque town became the stage for a horrific act of terror. 5 heavily armed militants descended upon unsuspecting civilians, their attack a brutal and indiscriminate assault on life itself. When the gunfire finally ceased, the devastating toll became clear. 26 innocent people, their lives cut short in a senseless massacre, had been killed. In response, the Indian government made it unequivocally clear that such acts would not go unanswered. The nation's resolve hardened, and the demand for justice grew louder with each passing day. To truly comprehend the complexities of Operation Mahadev, one must first understand the terrain where it unfolded, a rugged and strategically significant landscape on the outskirts of Srinagar. Harwan, located at the foothills of the Zabarwan Range, serves as the main entry point to Dachigam National Park. The area of Mulnar within Harwan was specifically identified as a hub of militant activity. The specific location where the final encounter took place was identified as the general area Lidwas. This remote high-altitude region lies deep within the Dachigam forest, situated near the formidable Mount Mahadev, which lends its name to the operation. The foundation of any successful counter-terrorism operation is not firepower, but information. Operation Mahadev was no exception, built upon a bedrock of precise and actionable intelligence meticulously gathered in the weeks following the Pahalgam attack. The breakthrough came when a specific intelligence input pinpointed the presence of the terrorists in the Mulnar area of Harwan, near the entrance to Dachigam. This was the trigger the security forces had been waiting for. With a clear intelligence picture in hand, the responsibility for action fell to a joint task force comprising the best of India's security apparatus in Jammu and Kashmir. Operation Mahadev was designed as a synergistic effort, leveraging the unique strengths of 3 distinct forces: the Indian Army, the Jammu and Kashmir Police, and the Central Reserve Police Force. The execution of Operation Mahadev began in the pre-dawn hours, a time chosen to maximize the element of surprise. Under the cloak of darkness, joint teams began their silent, arduous ascent into the upper reaches of the Dachigam forest. The first contact was made when one of the search parties zeroed in on a natural cave formation cleverly concealed by rocks and overgrown bushes. As the troops cautiously approached, the terrorists opened a heavy volume of fire. Once the initial contact was established, the encounter evolved into an intense and prolonged firefight. The trapped terrorists, heavily armed and likely well entrenched in their fortified hideout, fought with desperation. The joint forces demonstrated exemplary coordination during the firefight. Using tactical grenades and precision fire, the assault teams began to neutralize the terrorist positions one by one, systematically dismantling their defenses. By the end of the engagement, all 3 terrorists inside had been eliminated. The successful conclusion of the firefight in the rugged terrain of Lidwas marked the triumphant end of Operation Mahadev's combat phase. Following the successful neutralization of the 3 militants, the crucial task of identification began. Security officials announced that all 3 were foreign terrorists, specifically Pakistani nationals, confirmed as direct members of Lashkar-e-Taiba. Intelligence sources definitively linked these 3 terrorists to the horrific Pahalgam massacre in April. They were key members of the 5-person squad, making their elimination a major breakthrough in delivering justice. The successful conclusion of Operation Mahadev marked a significant victory, but it does not signal the end of the struggle for security in Jammu and Kashmir. The operation's outcome underscores a critical reality. In the immediate aftermath, security forces have intensified their vigilance across the valley. Building on the lessons learned from Operation Mahadev, security agencies are further strengthening their inter-agency coordination. The long-term vision for Jammu and Kashmir extends beyond security operations. It is a vision of a region free from the shadow of the gun, where economic development flourishes, democratic processes thrive, and the vibrant culture of the valley can be celebrated without fear. The path is challenging and requires unwavering commitment, But with each successful operation and each new development initiative, Jammu and Kashmir moves one step closer to realizing that future of lasting peace and stability.